Hello friends! Happy New Year! I don't know about you, but even as old as I am, I always get excited when another year rolls around. It's a brand new start with new possibilities, new adventures, new everything. Granted, sometimes the year gets off to a bit of a rocky start, especially if the previous year was especially bad. But personally, I think that's sort of just residual leftover badness that's rubbing off on the edges of the new year, instead of a sign that the new year is doomed. So here's to hoping that this new year will be something wonderful. I have another few questions from listeners to answer today. I'm very excited about that, so I'm gonna jump right in. The first question, Anonymous, asks, are there any famous cryptids in the house, like Bigfoot or Mothman? Have you ever met any famous cryptids? Great question. Unfortunately, no to both of those. I've never gotten to meet anyone as well known as that. To be honest, those cryptids are really sort of cryptids even amongst cryptids. We've heard all the stories and they sound really cool, but we're not sure they really exist. They're sort of like celebrities if celebrities only rarely appeared in public and many people insisted they weren't real. I mean, one of the other residents here claims that Mothman mugged him one time, but I'm pretty sure he's making that up. He makes things up a lot. Another anonymous question here, and this person writes, Fairlee, I really like your show. Oh, thank you. But I'm curious how you stay so positive and optimistic all the time. I have really bad anxiety, and I wish I could be more like you. Well, first of all, Anonymous, I definitely don't stay positive all the time, and I don't know of anyone who does. Everyone has bad days and sad days and days that just don't feel quite right, even me. Sure, I try my best to stay optimistic and always look on the bright side of things, but even I get scared or depressed sometimes. Anxiety is tough, for sure, and unfortunately, there's no easy way to deal with it, because it's a little different for everyone. But I'll tell you what sometimes helps me, and maybe it'll help you too. For me, my anxiety feels like a bunch of what-ifs running through my mind rapid fire. What if this happens? What if I don't do this? What if I mess this up? That sort of stuff. And personally, I've found that what really helps is to try to tackle those what-ifs one at a time, and for each one, figure out the best case scenario, worst case scenario, and most likely scenario. So, for example, let's say I'm worried about meeting a new person and what they'll think of me. Best case scenario, we become immediate best friends or fall madly in love at first sight or something like that. Not very realistic. Worst case scenario, they take one look at me, recoil in disgust, and run away screaming before I can even say hello. Also not very realistic. So then, the most likely scenario is that we'll meet, talk a bit, and maybe it'll be a little awkward and we won't get along super well, or maybe it'll be a nice conversation and we'll exchange a contact so we can talk again sometime. And either way, that's not so bad, right? It's not the best, but also not the worst, just realistic, and so your anxiety has much less reason to worry. Thank you both for your questions. I'm really excited to see more start slowly coming in. It's so great that people are listening to and enjoying the show. Oh, I have something else to share with you all today. I was going through some old boxes up in the attic here. That's where I record my show because it's quiet and I won't bother anyone or get interrupted. And I found some really old newspapers. That probably doesn't sound very exciting to you, but I think it's really cool. Old newspapers and books are such a neat little glimpse into times long past in so many different ways. You get to see what was newsworthy, for one thing, learn about little events that might not have made it into history books, but also you get to see things like old advertisements, showcasing what was new and popular at the time, and sometimes there is even little memoirs and personal stories that are really neat too. Plus, for me, it's a little bit of a trip down memory lane. Let's see here. We have an issue of the Ladies' Home Journal from February of 1890. Wow, I would have been almost 40 then, I think. Oh, there's a poem here on the front. That's nice. It's called February by Margaret J. Preston, and it reads, O churlish month, whose wild vagaries fret and perplex each passing day, till bleak December's harshness varies with the soft wooing of the May. Thy morns may come with radiant promise, thy skies be bright with golden glow, but ere the day be gone half from us, the world is drowned in drifts of snow. We love thee not, although so human, in thy coquettish wayward moods, capricious as the veriest woman, in thy perverse vicissitudes. And yet we hail thy rude oncoming, because thou closest winter's state, glad that thy days, in honest summing, can only number 28. Well, I found it about half a month early, but it's a nice poem nonetheless. There's plenty of ads in here for perfumes, soaps, shoes, pianos. There seem to be some short stories and letters. I'd read some, but these ones look a bit dull. Oh, there's a whole article on how to eat an orange, showing all sorts of different techniques for peeling and cutting it. Wow, haven't seen some of these in a while. These days, people mostly just sort of pick at the peel, but there's all sorts of creative ways to slice the peel if you use a knife. This article even has little illustrations showing ways you can make a spiral or a sort of star shape, or even make the whole peel look like one of those little bow tie shaped candies. There's a whole section on plants and flowers and seeds, gardening tips from the look of it. Wilson's Grand Rainbow Collection of Rare and Beautiful Flowers, it says. There's also listings for tomato plants, cucumbers, cabbages, even cinnamon, and something called the Wondrous Weather Plant. Wonder what makes it so wondrous. Then there's another issue of the Ladies' Home Journal here, a little newer, from November of 1925. Oh, this one has a poem in it too. It's called Streams by Clinton Scollard. This one goes, I so love water laughter, its bubbling flecks and gleams. I pray in the hereafter there somewhere may be streams. I'd have for my companion in some celestial nook, beneath a spreading banyan, the music of a brook. Its measures would entice me, uncumbered by the clay. Its melody suffice me till drooped the heavenly day. Then its all liquid laughter would murmur through my dreams. I pray in the hereafter there somewhere may be streams. Well, I certainly agree with that poem. I love streams too. It's so nice to go on little nature walks and to pass by a babbling brook and hear the sound of the water moving past and birds chirping nearby. This poet definitely gets that. There's much more advertising in this newer issue, which makes sense considering it was published in the height of the Roaring '20s. I'm seeing ads for cars, appliances, fashion. There's a 2-page spread all about furs in fashion, with a young woman modeling a bunch of different fur coats. Let's see. There's a few other newspapers and things in this pile from a few different years. 1901, 1910, 1897, 1931. Oh! There's a little folded piece of paper that just slid out of one of these. Looks like a letter or a note. It says, on the outside it's addressed to the ghost living in the attic. I've never seen or heard of any ghost in here. If there is one, I hope it's a nice ghost. I'm unfolding it now, and it's dated June 12th, 1921. It says, Dear Sir or Madam, Hello. My name is Ruth, and I am 16 years old as of writing this letter. My bedroom is in the attic of my family's home, and lately I have noticed strange noises and talking at odd hours of the day and night, even though I am nearly always the only one in here, and I have even heard these sounds when I am sure I am alone in the attic. Once or twice I have even seen a glimpse of a figure out of the corner of my eye. I have finally come to the conclusion that it must be a ghost. And if that is the case, then I want to make contact and establish a good relationship with whatever ghost or spirit is sharing my room. So that is why I am writing this letter to you, ghost, if you are really here. I want you to know that I am not afraid of you, and that if you do not try to harm me, I will not try to harm you. Please send some sort of sign if you receive and understand this message. I look forward to... Hello? Hello? Sorry, I thought I heard something. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Ruth. Well, that's interesting. I'll have to investigate this a little more in the future. Thanks for listening, friends. See you next time. Halfway Human House is written and produced by Max Teachout. The voice of Fairlee is Max Teachout. The theme song is Ukulelean by Gideon Freudmann of CelloBop Music, with additional songs also by Gideon Freudmann. To stay updated on future episodes, follow us on Instagram at Halfway Human House, or subscribe on YouTube, and consider supporting the show on Patreon for exclusive bonus content. If you have a question you'd like Fairlee to answer in a future episode, leave it in the comments below, or send an email to halfwayhumanhouse@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.